And these are two properties. In fact, there was a number of different ones that sold within here. And I'm not quite sure why we see people pay up for these, because they started out at about $1,500. I think one bid up for 50, another one bid up for 25 or so, maybe 16, and then a bunch of them sold for between 12 and $20,000. But these are properties that are located underwater. And so, I was interested to see if anyone has any type of idea of why people would go ahead and pay up for these type of properties. It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe there's something out there that I don't see, but we see this type of, of property happen all the time where people are paying up for it. In fact, if you scroll down and look at the map shade, I believe they've got kind of a printout there. But you can see it's a good size. It's 100 acres. And this one actually has a little bit of sand there, but you can see all of these water lots. These are kind of the lots that are being sold. And for the life of me, I can't understand what would be the advantage. What would be, I mean, could you put stilts there and put a home? I doubt it, so I'm not sure what the value is.
Well, it makes you wonder if it's even is it gonna still be there? I mean, at least it doesn't look like it's very high above, the tide line or the water
No,
line there. Like maybe there's some sand there part of the time, but it doesn't, I don't know if it's even always there.
no, it's not. I looked into the county records and was able to look at some of the past GIS maps, and there's times where it's completely covered over. This was the only one that had a little bit of sand showing. All of the rest of the lots on this list were completely underwater. Like the next example. And so I just thought it was interesting. This would be an example of what we would say about. I mean, they spent $50,000 for it, and this one they spent $30,000 for. So I'm interested to hear if you guys could think of anything that could be used for, because it doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, they spent 30,000 for this, and yeah, this is all underwater.
Yeah, yeah, they all were.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how. Yeah, I don't know what you could potentially use that for, if for anything. It doesn't really seem like there would be any use for it here. That's pretty bizarre. So between these two, they spent $80,000 on a couple of lots that don't appear to have any use.
Yeah, yeah, pretty interesting. So there's all kinds of bad deals out there. Some of them really kind of stick out, and it makes sense. These ones, when we see something like this, though, I've seen this over the years and it's never made any sense to me. I've tried looking up to see if there's any use for them. I can't determine any type of use for it.